One thing I'll say is, if Alex Pereira actually manages to beat Jan Blachowicz, it is quite an impressive performance, because let's be real, right? He's managed to beat Israel Adesanya, right? And he's also managed to beat Jan Blachowicz, and two of them are the best middleweights in the UFC for the past 10 years. They're probably the best middleweights of the UFC. Now, don't get it twisted, Alex Pereira has kind of come out of nowhere, and it's only in the last couple of years he was in prominence. But you got to remember, before that he was in glory, and he was around that weight class. And the fact that he managed to beat Israel Adesanya, managed to beat him not only in kickboxing but also in the UFC, in MMA, is quite a massive accomplishment. Now, some people might argue and say the best middleweights in the UFC of the last decade, you got to include Robert Whittaker in there, and I totally agree. He is one of the best middleweights, despite the fact that he lost to Duplessis not too long ago. But in terms of legacy, he's up there. He's definitely them three. I think are the best. But the fact is, right, you need to take into account, despite everything that Thingy's accomplished, Robert Whittaker, he never managed to beat Adesanya. He lost to him twice, even though the second fight was quite close. But you got to imagine, Pereira actually managed to beat him, not only in the UFC but also in kickboxing. So I think you can make a strong case that Pereira and Adesanya, and obviously Robert Whittaker is up there, them three are the top middleweights of the past 5 to 10 years, half a decade to 10 years. Obviously before that you had the Anderson Silvas of the world and such. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is Jan Blachowicz, if he managed to beat Alex Pereira, he's managed to beat two of the best middleweights in the UFC of the past 5-10 years. And that's quite impressive. And what it reminds me of is when Bernard Hopkins was dominating the middleweight division, and he managed to beat the two welterweights of the past 10 years in his own respective sport, which was obviously boxing. He managed to beat Oscar De La Hoya, and he managed to beat Felix Trinidad, and both of them he managed to beat quite decisively. Like the Felix Trinidad was a complete whitewash. He completely dominated him. Like, it was a complete virtuoso performance, and he almost made it look easy. And obviously the Oscar De La Hoya fight, not only did he beat him, he managed to stop him, and he was the first fighter to actually knock Oscar De La Hoya out, and he was through a body shot as well. So it's kind of similar if you think about it. Like just like Bernard Hopkins, he was an older fighter. Just like Bernard Hopkins, he had two fighters that were going up in weight to fight him, and just like Bernard Hopkins, he managed to dominate them. So if Alex Pereira, if Jan Blachowicz manages to beat Alex Pereira quite decisively, it kind of does remind me of when Bernard Hopkins beat Felix Trinidad and Oscar De La Hoya quite decisively. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Tell me what you think. Where would you put Jan Blachowicz pound for pound if he manages to beat Alex Pereira? Because obviously Alex Pereira is coming off a loss, but yeah, I think you can make a strong argument that he's one of the best middleweights of the past couple of years, 5 to 10 years, I think. So tell me what you think below. I think Jan Blachowicz is one of the most underrated fighters in the UFC. Like, despite being champion, I don't think he gets the respect he deserves. Don't get it twisted, he's had losses there, here and there, like to Glover Teixeira and such, but he's definitely up there as a top fighter in my opinion. But tell me what you think below. What do you think about him? Do you think it's kind of comparable to the Bernard Hopkins example when he beat Oscar De La Hoya and Felix Trinidad, or do you think there's no comparison whatsoever? Tell me what you think below, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace.